It's a Sunday afternoon in Las Vegas, October the 18th. I have no idea at this point how I have actually put together the footage from Friday and Saturday. I haven't done anything today. There really hasn't been that much to talk about. I slept in a little bit and then went down to the casino at the Wynn and Encore and played. No really big wins or anything. So I may not even do this, and I guess you'll find out, as like a day-by-day thing, but just like, oh, here's 10 minutes and here's 10 minutes, something like that. But just wanted to say I had a great time last night, and the night before, meeting up with people who were kind of just like TV stars, people I watched on a screen but had never seen before. It was a little bit surreal, particularly last night when we were at Stage Door, and everywhere I looked, there were people that I had watched on video but had never met before. And, you know, it didn't take long for those relationships that had been formed over the internet, over YouTube, to become friendships in this sort of real world. So it was a great time. I want to really appreciate Tamara and Gord for really putting that together. And I know they fretted over it and worried about how it would come together. And amazingly enough, it came together. Maybe not exactly the way we planned it, but it was a good time. So this is my last day and night at the Wynn. I've enjoyed my stay here. The biggest problem I have here is, well, two. There's literally nothing to eat around here that's reasonably priced. And my cell phone reception is not very good in the room, but we've managed to get around it so far. But really they do a great job, but done a great job around here, keeping the place clean and comfortable. Unlike a lot of places, they're still cleaning the rooms, at least if you want them to. So that's pretty cool. So tonight, we're not going to show you footage because pretty sure that would be against the law, but in just a couple hours going to be watching a movie at the Orleans. Again, Tamara and Gord got with the theater there and booked one of the small theaters. And I think there's around 20 of us who are going to sort of socially distance and watch The Empire Strikes Back in the theater. And I mean, it came out, I think, in 1979, 1980. I saw it maybe a year later, so it's been almost 40 years since I've seen that movie. So that'll be kind of cool. I remember the original Star Wars very well, so it'll be kind of fun to watch, and it'll be kind of fun to see how much sort of special effects and things like that have changed over the past generation, really. So, but yeah, checking out of here tomorrow, and we'll be moving down to the Luxor, so we'll see how that goes. The pictures and videos of the room that I'm be staying in, a one-bedroom suite, look great. We'll see what kind of condition they're in. I have not spent ever really a lot of time on the South Strip, so I'm going to, really try to explore that area and see what it has to offer, and play down there as well. I will say I do enjoy playing here at the Wynn and Encore. It seems like the casino's it's not super busy at all. Drink service is usually pretty good. And they basically have the games I want to play, so works out pretty well. All right, I'm going to shut this off for now. This will almost certainly be a part of the day 3 or part 3 video. If anything exciting happens tonight, in terms of eating or playing or whatever, you'll see it right after I sign off. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. Anyway, if I haven't actually edited something like this into the video before, here is a pretty good shot of Resorts World, including the sign. Now, at night, it's been just completely black. I'm not really sure what side of the resort has the light show, but I haven't seen anything. Of course, last night I got back really late, but anyway, a view of Resorts World from here at the Wynn. All right, heading off to the Orleans.
Maybe she saw the shirt.
Apparently, she does not know who you are.
Yeah, I say, semi-famous, this small circle.
Yeah, there's a circle of at least 15 people who think, who know who you are. So, we're seeing a movie tonight. Okay, there you go. Great, well, we kind of needed that one. Not much happening today, but that's a good one. All right, we're gonna wrap up tonight. It's only 2 o'clock with a nice little hit on BP. So let's see what tomorrow brings. Alexa, open the drapes.
Okay.
It's really not a great deal to see looking out the window, and I've already shown you around, but wanted to do kind of a different room tour today, because you've seen this room before if you watched any of my videos, and if you're watching this, you probably have. So, been an interesting trip so far, and I will say that the vlogging has been very erratic. There's an awful lot of footage on Saturday for the main event, and some on Friday, very little yesterday, which would be Sunday. So, I don't know how we're going to put it together, how we're going to release it. It's very strange, but being around so many other people who are typically among the people that actually watch this vlog, I'm thinking, well, they've already seen it. And it is rather humorous to have. Look, big yellow man. Didn't use the tub. Usually like the tub. Didn't use the tub. Pretty good shower. Sorry, picked up a deadly cough. No, I don't think so. Okay, well, the lighting is surprisingly acceptable, at least, with Encore in the background. Encore getting ready to shut down here in a few hours until Thursday. Sorry if the video's a little shaky. As I mentioned, I left my little tripod thing at home. Looked through Fashion Show Mall the other day and couldn't find anything. Maybe there'll be something further south on the strip, where I'm headed shortly to Luxor. In lieu of a room tour, other than what I just may have sort of spliced in to show you, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the experience at the Wynn right now. You know, 6 weeks or so, this resort got a very black eye with some unfortunate incidents. One unfortunate incident. And I will say that rather than sort of sweep it under the rug and say fake news or whatever, they have responded. So your experience at the Wynn would be different today than it would have been, well, a few months ago, or certainly a few years ago. I arrived at the main sort of entrance for registration at around 7 to 7:30 on Friday night. My temperature was screened. I was carrying a backpack, which was pretty thoroughly checked. And that was all done before I'd empty my pockets for anything metal. And then I went to registration. The registration area was not busy at all. I can't say that the hotel portion of the Wynn seemed busy at all, period. We'll get onto that in just a minute. No one was in line in front of me, but I did have to wait a minute or so. The desk clerk very carefully cleaned and sanitized the area around the check-in. There's a little plastic tub, whatever you want to call it, where you put your keys, and well, you don't put your keys, you put your identification. And that was cleaned very thoroughly before I was asked to come forward. Again, the process is very easy. If you've not used the app to book a room before and you think it might be awkward or they might look at you funny or something, now they're like, oh, congratulations. So you have 3 nights through the app, whatever. Was offered an upgrade to a panorama view room, which I did the last time. I think that was on the notes that I had done that. This time I said, no, that's all right. I'm not going to be in the room that much. So I ended up with a room on the 8th floor, and I didn't really mind it because the elevator was really quick. And while the view is nothing to be excited about, it's fine. Once I found my way to the resort elevators, after, I think, what is this, 6 nights here? Yeah. No, 7 nights here. I think last night I finally figured out how to get around this place and where everything is. When you get to the elevators, there's a gentleman standing there, and you have to basically tap your room key on a little sensor. It looks exactly like the one on your front door, and that has to go green, and then you'll be allowed to go up front. Now, when you check in, I forgot to mention this, you'll be asked how many people are in the party, and adding anybody else to the room. You'll get 1 key per guest. Okay? You're not going to get 2 keys. If you're one of those people travel solo and forget your keys all the time, make a note of that. And you're only allowed to bring 1 guest up to the room at a time. I saw a fairly humorous incident last night in which a gentleman seems to have made 2 lady friends. Now, I'm not sure, what sort of compensation may have been involved, but I saw them head towards the elevators, and I kind of waited in the background for them not to get upstairs, and they didn't get upstairs. So, one card per guest, and you can bring 1 person with you at a time. I mean, I guess you could keep coming down and retrieving people, but I'm thinking the guy downstairs is going to get a little wise to that, unless you do it over a course of multiple shifts. So definitely limiting the number of people that get into the rooms. It's not like room specific. I visited someone else's room, Lee's room, the other night, and was able to go up to the correct floor and without any problem. So, but definitely a fair amount of security there. The casino, sort of restaurants, nightlife, if you want to call it that, a few bars and lounges. It was not busy, but it was a decent crowd on Friday night, even Sunday night. Saturday, a little hard for me to tell. I didn't get back here until the wee hours of the morning. By that time, things had pretty well cleared out. I did walk over to Encore a couple of times on Sunday, yesterday. There was some sort of event at what was the Encore Beach Club, I guess still kind of is, but there wasn't a lot of traffic around there or sort of loitering around the casino. So it must have been a fairly small event. Encore obviously wasn't busy at all. And I think I mentioned earlier, they're getting ready to shut down here in a couple of hours until Thursday. I'd say as far as the restaurants go, it seemed like most of the restaurants were open with limited hours. You are given one of those little QR codes that you can scan that will give you the current status of the restaurants and any other services on site, which is probably smart. You couldn't just keep on updating printed materials all the time. I did not eat at any of the restaurants here. We'll get to that in a minute. So I'm not sure if they're doing the sort of QR code menus or paper menus. I'll talk about that in terms of some of the other places that I visited later on. But yeah, I mean, a decent crowd in the casinos, but certainly not busy for a weekend. A weekend with, perfect weather. The Strip itself was fairly busy. I didn't ever feel like it was very busy here at the Wynn. When you get up to the room, there is a little note that a little sticky thing that they've cleaned and sanitized the room. Let me turn the camera around here real quick. There's the backpack that was searched. When you get up to the room, there is one of these little sanitized kits, as well as a fairly generous amount of sanitizing gel, some information about avoiding the COVID. You get a ice bucket, but everything is like wrapped up in plastic when you first arrive. Big thing is on Friday night, I decided I was going to raid the mini bar and just get a beer. Figured it'd be about $10, which is fine, whatever. And so I went in and I did. When I came back, I didn't have my room cleaned on Saturday morning, but Sunday I went ahead and let them service the room. when I came back, I was thinking of raiding the minibar again. It was locked. And when I checked the my folio on the TV, I had not been charged for anything. So I don't think the in-room sort of minibar is supposed to be operational. So that may explain the fact that some of the bottles in there looked a bit iced over. So I did hear they were bringing that back. Interestingly enough, you go on the in-room dining, which is fairly extensive. There's actually a mini bar option. So everything that you could get in your mini bar, you can actually order and they'll bring it up to your room. So, you know, typical mini bar price is $10 for a beer, like $40 for a little bottle of Grey Goose, that kind of stuff. So something else to keep in mind. Yeah, I mean, that's basically my impressions. Did I feel safe at the Wynn? Yeah, probably bet more than most any other place that I was, to be honest. There was a large security presence here at night and into the wee hours. Yesterday, it seemed like a lot. It may have been the fact that there was some guy was shooting his gun off in the air somewhere up over by Planet Hollywood. So perhaps they were being extra cautious and making sure that there was no trouble around here. So yeah, it was fine. I've said it before, I like the casino here. I enjoy it partially because it's usually not so crowded. The drink service was very up and down. It was very good Friday night when I played here, sort of early to mid-evening. Late at night, and I mean really late at night, it got a little iffy, which is not surprising. I'm sure they don't have that many servers on site. I was a bit frustrated last night with sort of the inability to get a drink anywhere. I actually went to one of the bars and was just going to, you know, say, okay, I'll pay the fare. And they basically ignored me for like 5 minutes while they served a half a dozen other people. And so, whatever. If you want a nice strong drink, and they'll make you a pretty good one. It doesn't look like a Long Island iced tea because they didn't put much of the iced tea in it, put it that way. So, but I basically, I usually always just tip people $1, but I tip the servers $2 on this trip. Just, I don't know, because they've been dealing with a lot of stuff. So anyway, that's my impressions of the Wynn. If you have any other questions about the experience here, I will say that last night when I returned to the resort, not super late, probably 10:30, 11-ish, probably 11, there was no sort of bag check, sort of pat down, wanding like there was on Friday and Saturday night. So I suspect that is mostly just a weekend thing. So if you're here during the week, no problem. Overall, a great resort. The room's fine. Nothing wrong with it. The casino's fine. I do struggle to find places to eat that don't cost an arm and a leg. And there's not a lot around here. I did realize, in addition to the food court over at Fashion Show Mall, it's pretty easy to get over to Palazzo, and there's quite a few sort of fast food options there as well. So it's another possibility if you're staying at the Wynn and looking for something a little less expensive. Okay, I don't know if we're going to include this in the daily vlog or just put this up as kind of a review of the Wynn. Either way, appreciate you sitting through this and hopefully enjoying it. Okay, it's the semi-obligatory room tour. We're in room 12220 in the West Tower here at Luxor. It's a one-bedroom suite. I just arrived. I haven't unpacked anything. So let's look around together, shall we? Let's. Looks like we get some kind of a little care package with some masks, sanitizer, etc. Please place this on your door if you wish to decline daily service. Okay, so I don't know, perhaps they're cleaning the rooms daily. And one of these obligatory letters. So this is a one-bedroom suite. It's approximately 780 square feet. And really, from the looks of it anyway, a steal at a very reasonable price. So as you enter, to the left you have some artwork and a television and a real genuine little living room area. You can actually seat 6 people around the coffee table for coffee and such. And then over here, I guess if you want to order some room service or get some takeout and bring it up to the room, you have a place to eat it. Round the way we have, again, apologize that it's going to be a little shaky because I don't have the little tripod. You have a wet bar, ice bucket, big mirror for checking yourself out before you hit the strip. All right, let's go down here for extra shakiness. Okay, nothing under there. I believe we have a mini fridge. I hope we have a mini fridge. You'll get some alcohol. Okay, there you go, mini fridge for your enjoyment. No honor bar. There's no honor in it anyway. So anyway, nice little living area, really. Don't know what we're looking at here as far as these lights. This could get ugly. Check-in process, relatively painless. I'll have to figure that out later. We'll look at the view here in a minute, if there is one. We seem to be on the corner. Well, that was helpful. So this is all cinema verite. All right, so this is the bedroom area. And you've got another big Samsung TV. And a little, well, I don't know what that is. It's a little table you can put things on. Okay, it looks like we've got a view of the Luxor. Check it out in a minute. There's a fully sanitized remote control for your enjoyment. I can figure out how to turn these lights on. Okay, there we go. Got that light. Looks like a standard sort of king-size bed that you get more or less everywhere. Little viewing area for those not participating in bedroom actions. And, phone. You're safe. Right down here on the bottom. Looks pretty securely built in. More obligatory artwork. And then we enter our bathroom. Let's see if we can turn the light on without turning something off. Well, not yet. All right, we're in here. That turns that light on. That turns this light on. Okay, so one more light we're going to flick on. As you can see, this is well planned out. Why don't we start from the inside out? We have a nice standing shower. Looks like one of those rain heads that I'm ambivalent about, but looks all right. Thing looks clean-ish. And, sort of a fairly big soaking tub. I don't know if I'm going to feel the need for tub action. That sounds a bit odd. I don't know what that is. I think it's just some little chips in the granite. And then his and her sinks, vanities, whatever you want to call it. Got some conditioning bar, body lotion, cleansing soap, cure, if you know what that is. Hey, speaking of fun, here's the toilet. And as you walk out, you've got an ironing board, iron, that helps, hair dryer, a little luggage rack, and again, we're back in the bedroom. So let's take a look at the view, and I'll edit out all these shaky parts. Yeah, right. And it's not great, but it's not terrible for being on the 12th floor. I have a good view of Excalibur. Yeah. Good shot of T-Mobile Arena. And on this side, you can catch a bit of the Tropicana. And the tops of New York, New York. So, here for 3 nights, and yeah, it's good. I don't know, we'll look at the view from the living room area. Like I said, all this stuff's going to be edited out. You know how careful I am. Let's see what we got here. Should be pretty much the same. Anything you can see there. And from this one, you can see Vidara a bit from the edge. Like I said, it's really nice, a sort of comfortable area. A lot of space. It's nice having the wet bar and the mini fridge. Looks like we have a coffee maker, but I'm not sure if there's any coffee, so perhaps the coffee maker is off limits for the COVID crowd. Yeah, it looks like a really nice room if you have, perhaps a family, or if you're planning to have guests. I may actually have guests, although I don't really want them in here, do I? Do I want them in here? I don't know. So, there you go. Another phone. Fun artwork. Yeah. So, It is room 12220. Looks like we're right on the corner. Here at the Luxor, the West Tower. It's a one-bedroom suite. We'll see how we like it, but looks like a good value for the money. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Okay, so it just says ramble on at the beginning of this particular video. So I have warned everyone in the description and in any place I've shared this that is mostly, it's like a Vegas Weekly. It's just me talking mostly. As I mentioned, Sunday was really kind of a slow day. Ended up going over to the Orleans, played a little bit, had a slice or two of pizza or something, but nothing eventful. The movie was a fun experience. That was cool to kind of have a private showing. And then went back to the casino at the Wynn. Thanks for the ride, T&G. And enjoyed playing there for a few more hours. Although the drink service was a little bit sketchy. But anyway, that's fine. Maybe that's probably allows my liver to survive just a little bit longer. And so I went ahead and included the my thoughts on the Wynn and my room tour of the Luxor. I may release the room tour of the Luxor again as a separate video, but I thought it'd be a way to fit it in. That final day, or that first day, I should say, at the Luxor, included the infamous live stream with PJ and JP meeting for the very first time. And you do see a number of bonuses and such that I managed to get while I was hanging out there. And that'll be in the next video. And so basically part 3 of this vlog is all of day 3 and much of day 4. And we'll see how part 4 goes. But appreciate all of you who, if you've gotten to this point and you're still watching, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We've actually had pretty good responses to our past couple of shows. The part 2 vlog, got a lot of comments on that. And the Vegas Weekly show from last week, despite its length, also got a lot of positive comments. So we're going to wrap this one up. We'll start up the next one. I don't know whether we'll do it this weekend or something. I've got a really hectic week ahead of me, but the next one will have a little intro and show you a bunch of bonuses and take you all the way up to the private party. So, all right. Thanks so much again for watching. JP, thanks you for watching. We will hopefully see you soon. Good night.